Hi, Coach Tony here. Welcome into my Mind Body Evolution channel. And I'm actually recording this video in a slightly different format. Just trying to change some stuff up on my channel, and I would love to get your thoughts on it if you like it. But in today's video, I wanted to kind of have more of an intimate talk with you and talk about the power of intention. So if you're having a difficult time manifesting what it is you're trying to manifest, and if it feels like your manifestation is like dying at the root and it's like nothing's taking hold, then really stick around and listen to the ideas I share with you on today's video, because it could be the exact game changer you need. The main idea here is that you're not out of alignment, but you may have never been in alignment. That's what we're really going to talk about on today's video. So make sure you throw a quick like button on this video and let's jump right in. If your intentions are falling flat, or if you're trying to visualize and affirm and journal, but nothing seems to really work for you, here's why. If your intention isn't fully aligned with your mind, heart, and your body, it is not going to manifest. It doesn't matter how many affirmations you say. It doesn't matter how many vision boards you make. It doesn't matter how bad you want it. What really matters is if everything is in alignment. Because if you're not in alignment, you're not in your power. So I want to start with a real life example though. When I first started learning about manifesting, I wrote down a huge goal at the time for me. It was $5 million. I'm like, I want to manifest $5 million. That would be awesome. It would take care of all sorts of cool stuff, right? However, it never happened. I never manifested it, okay? So stay with me here because I want to explain to you why and what I did differently to be able to expand and manifest what I really truly desired here. So when I wrote down $5 million, I was affirming it. I was really trying to get into the space of feeling like I already had it and all the things that you learn, right? And so I do that. And then ultimately what ended up happening is I would just not believe all the way into it. I'd be like, oh, I'm just going through the motions. Deep down, like in some part of my body, I felt like it was not really gonna happen. So in other words, I was out of alignment with that $5 million. In fact, what ended up happening after that is I changed it. I dropped the number to $3 million. Hey, $3 million is a little bit more realistic, and maybe that would be a little bit easier to manifest, right? Well, guess what? That didn't happen either. What I ended up learning though on my journey here is that money in general for me didn't light me up. Like deep down, I didn't really necessarily want $5 million or $3 million. All I really wanted, actually to be completely honest with you, was an extra 10 to 20K a month. That was my main real monetary goal. That's all I really want. I just want to pay my bills. I want to just live comfortably, happy, all the things, right? And so that lit me up a little bit more, but then I dug a little deeper. And I realized that wasn't my intention. My intention was actually to help transform other people's lives and to help people out. That was my true intention. It was impact. It wasn't money, actually. And so when I really started to figure this out and get myself into an alignment with what it was I really desired to manifest, that's when things started to move for me. I started to gain lots of clients. I actually had 24 one-on-one clients at one point, several years ago. And then I started to get into group coaching and doing the things I'm doing now, like for corporations and groups and all sorts of cool stuff. And I've since created lots of programs that help serve people on a higher level as well. So what started off with a $5 million manifestation intention, I discovered didn't light me up. What lit me up was impact. And as soon as I connected with that, then things started moving in the right direction, okay? So now when I set an intention, I now know the difference between it lighting me up and I'm being fully aligned with it and me just being like, oh, that'd be a nice to have, but it's not really an intention. Because I'll tell you, what is an intention anyways? An intention, it quite literally means you're getting intention with the thing that you're looking to create. Whether it's a goal or whatever it is you want to manifest, you're getting into tension with that thing. So if you can imagine, that thing is here and you're here, like your current reality is here, future reality is here, let's say, right? Well, what's happening is almost like a rubber band is pulling back. If you do this right, when you align yourself right, okay? You're creating this tension between where you are now and where you want to be. Well, what actually brings you to the other side, what actually bridges the gap, is what we're about to talk about right now, okay? You have to be in full alignment with your mind, your heart, and your root chakra. The root of your body itself needs to be all in alignment before you'll actually start to do the things you need to do to get yourself to where you're gonna go, right? So before you start to take that aligned action, this has to occur first, okay? And the stronger the alignment, the stronger the desire for the thing, the more tension will build in your body, the more drive you're gonna have to go after it, and ultimately, the more probable you will be to manifest it. So here's the part that really blew my mind though. I thought I was in alignment when I was going after a lot of stuff in the past. But what I realized is my mind was in alignment, yes. My heart, in most cases, was in alignment. But there was one other part that wasn't. And it was my root chakra. The grounding part of my body was not in alignment with several of the desires that I had when I first was starting to learn about this stuff. And that base chakra, it is the foundation of life itself, actually. It is your sexual organs, right? Like the energy that lives in that center actually creates life. So if your intention is to procreate, that center has the ability to create life. Right? But after you have kids, let's say, or maybe you're not trying to have kids, but you are trying to manifest something into your life. Well, if you can recruit the energy of that center as well, oh my goodness, watch your manifestations start to happen for real. Because that sexual energy that lives there is real life force energy. Like you can feel the power of that in that center, and that energy is what fuels intention into physical form. And it doesn't just fuel it, it pours gasoline on it and skyrockets it into physical form. So whether you are creating a new child or you are trying to create a manifestation into your life, the same type of energy is a creating energy. So when you get that aligned from your root chakra up through your gut, your heart, and your mind, and everything is in alignment, that's the real secret actually. When you liberate that level of energy within your body, like literally it's recruited from every center of your body, and you focus it towards your manifestation, that's the true secret to manifesting, is you have to be in full alignment with what it is you desire and your intention. Get into tension with it, like create a powerful intention for what you're looking to create, and then from an aligned body, you're gonna go after that thing 10, if not 100 times more effectively. Well, I've got another even more powerful idea I want to leave with you at the very end of this video. And really, really hear my words in this last part of this video, because it's gonna change the game for you. And come back to this video and listen to this part in particular often, and I promise you it's gonna help you get there a lot faster. What if your intention started with the intention for your words? So stay with me here. What if I were to say to you, in the next 5 minutes, the words you speak to yourself and write out on a piece of paper are 1,000 times more powerful than any other word you're gonna speak today or write today. So do you see what we're doing right now? We're getting really focused, okay? You might even be able to feel my energy right now. If you were in the room with me right now, you might be able to feel my energy. But even right now across the screen here, your words in the next 5 minutes are going to be 1,000 times more powerful for you. They're going to carry 1,000 times more manifestation power. And so whatever intention you set, whatever goal you set, whatever your desire is, whatever you want to manifest, it has 1,000 times more potency in the next 5 minutes. Now, let me pause it right there. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's not true, right? How can my words have 1,000 times more power just because Tony said they do? Well, you've ever heard of the placebo effect, right? Well, guess what? You are the placebo, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza's book. You are the placebo. Your mind is incredibly powerful, and when you learn how to really truly hone it in and into this intention and create the right type of intention for yourself, it's gonna change the game for you. I'm telling you. So here's the real truth of why this works, actually. And it's funny because I watched this video from Life by Lucie, I think is the name of her channel. And I happened to catch one of her videos recently about this yogi that she went up to meditate with, and it was 1,000 times more powerful being up in the mountains of the Himalayas. And she brought up this exact idea and was like, was it really truly the power of the mountain? Or was it just the fact that the yogi said, hey, right now, my words that I speak or the words that I think are going to be 1,000 times more powerful. And then I just happen to believe into that, right? So it doesn't matter, honestly, where your belief comes from or where that energy comes from. You can use that energy to create your own manifestation from it, right? So it's a super powerful idea. But why it really works is because you're actually getting into alignment with it. If you were to sit down and just listen into my words and just believe me right now, like just receive my energy right now over the next 5 minutes, your words are going to be 1,000 times more powerful, 1,000 times more potent. The universe will feel your words 1,000 times more effectively in the next 5 minutes. So be careful of what you wish for, actually, right? Like, be careful of what you're gonna say or affirm or whatever the goal, intention, or desire is that you have. Make sure it is deliberate, okay? So what I advise you to do is that one section of the video, come back to that and then breathe in as I'm talking into the camera for you, okay? Breathe in that energy and absorb it. Believe into it. And I promise you, when you feel those words enter into your body officially, the words you speak or write over the course of the 5-minute period are incredibly powerful. Maybe not 1,000 times powerful, but they could be. So try it out. Let me know though in the comments below. I would love to hear your experience with this. Because when you bring your life force root chakra energy and your gut energy and your heart energy into coherence with your mind energy, watch what ends up happening. You are an unstoppable, limitless creator. You can have, do, or be anything when you are in full alignment with this idea, okay? And with your intention. So what I want you to ask yourself right now is, what is one intention that your whole body and being says yes to? What are you in full alignment with? What can you be in full alignment with? Speak that out loud and write it down. Not just your head, not just your ego, but the very root of your essence and your soul. You want to feel it into your bones and soul. Once you get it, speak it out loud. Say it with your chest. Say it with your gut. Say it with your truth. Because that intention, that's the one that's going to move mountains for you. That's the one that's going to allow you to walk on water. That is the intention we're creating. Can you see why maybe you haven't manifested what it is you've been looking to manifest, right? Can you tell in your body that you're not aligned, right, all the way? And can you see like where you can kind of ramp that up, hopefully? If so, if this resonated with you, please throw a like on it and share it with anyone else who might find value in it. And consider subscribing to my channel, Mind Body Evolution. I'm really looking to ramp up my channel to the next level. Like I want to transform people's lives, and not just 1 or 2 people, but like millions of people. So I really appreciate those who are here, who are already subscribed to my channel, who watch my videos on a regular basis. Thank you so much for that. I sincerely appreciate you. I know I had a kind of a setback with I'm missing a tooth. This is actually like an Invisalign, but you can barely tell, which is cool. But I just had a bone graft recently right here on like my gums right here, and it's gonna take about 4 months to heal. So I won't really have a replacement tooth for like the next 4 months. So I'm just gonna be wearing this for the time being, and it's all good, right? But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really got some great value from it. And if you did, make sure you comment below as well. Love to read your comments and love to see who's interacting with my videos. So thank you so much. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. In the next 5 minutes, the words you speak to yourself and write out on a piece of paper are 1,000 times more powerful than any other word you're going to speak today or write today. Your words in the next 5 minutes are going to be 1,000 times more powerful for you. They're going to carry 1,000 times more manifestation power. And so whatever intention you set, whatever goal you set, whatever your desire is, whatever you want to manifest, it has 1,000 times more potency in the next 5 minutes.